Welcome to my channel, Tanglemire Gardens. My name is Nicola. I have a bit of a problem. This particular pond, which is the ones where I put the bloody docks in and also the society garlic, a disaster has happened and I've only noticed it in the last day or two. So I discussed it with Rowena, my friend, and she suggested that I do a video on this. Now, I don't know what the problem is here, but what I can tell you is that every pond around here, except for the lotus pond, is planted exactly the same. They all have river sand in the bottom. All the water lilies and plants have been planted in kitty litter with fertilizer. Now, every other one is doing well. So in here, this is completely different. This is something really wrong, and I don't know what's wrong. So if anybody else out there has any suggestions or answers or anything, I would be most grateful for you to try and help me out on this one. Now, first off, before I show you what's going on, I have had ibis here. They're great big white birds. I'll put a picture up if I can get one. Chickens. They come from out west, and a big drought came and they all flew in here to the cities and found that as humans are so rotten with putting away their rubbish that now these guys come. He's gonna go. Yeah, I'm getting too close. There you go. So that's him. Now they come here and eat my fish. Alright, so that's what I thought had happened the first time, because there was 3 of them here. And they have been eating my white clouds, but I don't expect them to eat every single one of them. What's happened here is that all the fish are gone. Now, when I looked, because of the ibis had come, I went to check on my fish. And what I have found is a zillion mosquito larvae. Now, what I have found with mosquitoes is that if your water is fresh and clean, you don't get mosquitoes. All right. That pond over there has no fish in it, no mosquitoes. All right. That pond over there, perfectly clean, has fish in it, no mosquitoes. This one had fish in it, billions of mosquitoes, which I shall show you in a minute. I have now put more fish in to replace the ones that I thought had been eaten, but I think they're being poisoned, and I have no proof, but I'm wondering if it's the society garlic that's doing it. It's very aromatic. Something is seriously wrong with this pond, and I shall show it to you. Alright, so I'll take you off of here and show you what's going on. Yeah, there you go. That's them. Alright, now I'm going to touch the water so they'll move. And there are billions of them, absolutely billions. It's these plants that I think might be poisoning water. Now, as I say, I have nothing to back me up on this. It's just the fact that if we go over to here, now this pond was set up some time ago, and these pots of kitty litter were put in 18 days ago. All right. There is just nothing wrong with this pond. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. See if we can get into bed. They're all my little shrimp. There are just heaps of them. They are just everywhere. All over the clay. There is no algae in here except for the stuff that I deliberately have put in. which is this one. And I've deliberately put that particular one in for my shrimp to feed on. You can see that the hornwort is absolutely crystal clear. Just gorgeous, nothing wrong with it. Here we go again. Difficult to see, sorry. There. I'll show you what's happened to the hornwort here. Now that is 18 days old. This one is 14 days old. And I'll just show you. This is it. It has gone black. Look at that. It has literally gone black. Alright. It has got some sort of mush all over it, just hanging off it. Now this is 14 days old, this one, as in this pond. I see no fish in here at all now, and I put 20 fish in here last night. Those birds haven't been around. This morning all there were 2 fish left that I saw. Now I'm going to take this out. I'm going to take all this water out and get rid of these. What I'm going to do is, because I don't know if it's their fault or what they're doing, but what I'm going to do is put them actually in another pond all by themselves and set the pond up with sand, oxygenators, as if it was a pond, all right, and wait and see what happens. I'm not putting any fish in, just on the off chance. I've sacrificed enough. I'll replant these guys so they take up this space, but I'm taking all the soil out, all the potting clay that they're in, taking everything out, because I don't know what's wrong with this, but this is not correct. This does not happen. Alright, I've got them out, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them into different pots, clean these pots and put brand new clay in them and fertilizer, and then put the bloody docks in there and set them back up again. In the meantime, I'm going to take all of this stuff out. Just got to protect my water lilies while I do that. Alright, so we'll get that done. Alright, so I have taken the pot off, the complete pot. You can see that they've come into flower, which is just lovely. I mean, they are beautiful plants, but they just may not be suited to my type of pond. I do think that if you, as I said, I think if you have a pond that is quite large, has got maybe circulated water, goes through filter systems, is quite a large body of water, with only a few of these plants, I think you could probably cope with it. But when it comes to my type of pond, it has been a disaster. Now granted, I do not know if these are the problem, but it just seems very odd to me. I've never had this happen before, and I'm going to try and figure it out. Alright, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to be doing another experiment to figure out what's going on here. Alright, so what we're going to do is take them all apart. Alright, the hair is getting a bit much. Now, toilet paper. Sorry. Whatever this stuff is. Alright, it will do the trick. So, just shove that in there. Hang on, put 2 in, just to try and stop the stuff from coming out. Alright, so put you down. I hope that you can actually see what's going on. can definitely see the roots are doing really well. Look at this. So it certainly doesn't mind growing in water. So there is that. It does like to grow in water, or it will grow in water. But it's whether or not this is what's causing this problem. Just put these in another pond at the moment. So here we are. I've replaced all of the kitty litter, the clay, from all of them, and including all the water lilies, and I've put the water lilies in smaller containers because I now have some, and it's got river sand in it, and it's got subalata in it, and as an oxygenator. And I've placed this one a little bit higher. I wasn't happy with, this is the liriope, and I wasn't happy with the colour of the roots. So we'll see how that goes. Now these are all bloody docks, red sorrel, and we'll see how that goes. Now I'm not going to put fish in here for a few days. I just want to see how the water goes, and I'll get back to you on that. Now this is the colour of the clay that came out of here. You may not be able to see it on the screen, but it's actually grey. Now if we come over here, now that's 14 days old, and this is 18 days old. And it's an off-white, definitely not grey. Alright, so there was something seriously wrong there, and I've taken everybody out, changed them all over, and done that. Now over here I've set up this tub. I'm just putting tank water in here. I've just put them on some pots to keep them up, and then I'll put some subalata in here, the oxygenator, and we'll see how this water goes. I'm not putting any fish in here. Alright, I'll let you know how it goes. Now at the moment everything seems fine, but that is not so in the pond that they came out of. Now yesterday I cleaned all of this out except for the sand, and I think that's my problem, because I don't know if you can see them. You see the little black dots? Mosquitoes. Now this was brand new water straight out of the water tank, so I now have half a dozen fish in here. to hopefully eat up these mosquito larvae, also to see if they survive. Now if they survive, I'll put more fish in, but if they don't survive, then I'm taking the sand out of here and getting rid of it. I've thrown all of the clay away. I'm not reusing that, and now I may have to actually come in and get rid of the sand. But we've now got our plants separated. So we've got our bloody docks in this one, and we've got our society garlic in another. Well, here we are in the morning. Now, as you saw, I had changed the water. I ended up with mosquito larvae. I put fish in, and what they did do, I came down last night at about 3 o'clock, and they had eaten all the mosquitoes, but I could not see any fish. Now here we are in the next morning, and we have mosquitoes again. Now granted, we don't have very many, and I'll be lucky if I can even catch up with them. Right, there you go, one. It's not one, there are more, but there are definitely not as many as there were. And there's another one. But interestingly, I have seen one fish. Now I put half a dozen in here, and I have seen one fish, but the reality is we shouldn't be having any of this problem. So here we are. It's the 15th of September 2024. Now this has cleared up really well. Now in the morning I think I saw one, maybe two fish. I've now seen 3. Now even though that's still not really good, because I did put about a dozen in here, there may be more. Oh look, there's 1, 2, 3. You can see anything at all. Anyway, oh yeah, just you might be able to see a fish. Anyway, I was going to take the sand out of here, but this has cleared up so well, and there was mosquitoes in here this morning, and the fish have cleaned them up, so that's fantastic. Yeah, there's about 5. I just saw them go over there. So anyway, I thought what I might do as a trial, seeing as though the fish have survived. Let me see if I can get it. There they are, look. There you go, you can just see them. Yeah, so seeing as though quite a few have survived, here they come. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think there's a 5th one around somewhere. Yes, there he is, in amongst the plant on the pot on the right hand side. So there's been 5 have survived out of the dozen that I put in here. So to me that means the water quality is a lot better than it has been. Now I was going to take the sand out, but what I've decided to do is, I remember an old man telling me once that every pond should have the sludge of an older pond placed inside. Now I have an older pond that I happen to be demolishing at the moment. So what I have got is a bucket of sand and sludge from down the bottom, and I'm going to put this in, and we're going to see if this makes a difference. So we're just going to Alright, so I'm just going to let that percolate in there for a bit, and see if maybe that might help, rather than taking the whole thing apart, which is what my plan was. But as I say, seeing as though they happen to have survived, then I thought, why not? We'll give this a shot. I'm going to be moving these back in with the red sorrels, the bloody docks, to see if maybe the combination of the two of them, that they can't live together. It is now the 16th of May 2026, and this is what this pond looks like at the present moment. I haven't been down here for a long time, and I've taken some plants out of the back there, but other than that I really haven't done anything with this pond at all. So I'm wondering if it has something to do with the roots rotting on the lirio, and I think the bloody docks as well, because they weren't doing well, and maybe even some of the society garlic roots weren't doing well either. So I will do a video on the bloody docks, because they haven't liked being where I have placed them, and so I'm wondering if that perhaps is what has caused the problem. So anyway, I would like to say thank you very much for coming to the and watching my video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.